All right. Lesson 5. Okay, this just gets a little bit more convoluted. Nothing new today. It's the same stuff we've been doing for the last 3 days. And you just gotta be so careful. Well, that'd be nice. Yeah. Okay, so ready? Says this in this lesson we'll do with more involved polynomial multiplication in case you didn't think it was involved yet. Now it's going to be, including multiplying a binomial by a trinomial and the product of 3 binomials. So yesterday we were doing 2 with maybe a constant in the front. Now we're going to get even harder. And not harder, just more. Okay? Yes. So here it goes. A rectangle has a length. Welcome back, Chase. 5x plus 2 and a width of x squared plus 2x plus 1. Determine the area of the rectangle by completing each of the following solutions. So you have length and width. How do you find area? So again, multiply them together. Length times width. Area is length times width. So here we go. Write it down. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Now, this is why I never taught you FOIL, because of this exact thing that we're about to do today. Because FOIL only works if you have a binomial with a binomial, so that doesn't work. So, but if I want to use a diagram, this is a great way to do it. You guys, I really, truly recommend you doing this, okay? Make your little chart. Left-hand corner stays blank. Put your 5x and your 2, doesn't matter which one goes where, and your x squared and your 2x and your 1. So notice I just have one more little row, but it's no big deal. This is a great organizational tool, keeps it straight. We have to multiply everything together. Everything of the 5x and the 2 must be multiplied by every term in the other bracket, right? All of this here, this meaning all of these things, the 5x and the 2, have to be multiplied by all 3 of those things. So this is a great way to do it. Okay, so we've got something right here. 5x cubed, 10x squared, and 5x. It just goes really fast. I'm multiplying the 5x by all of those terms up at the top. And then I'll do the 2 times all of those things up there. 2 times x squared, 2 times 2x, 2 times 1. Right? Follow what I'm doing there? This should be kind of getting pretty used to all this stuff. And now we just combine like terms. So I have a few things to combine. See these x squared terms? They'll combine. They're just plain old x squared. See these 4x's and the 5x's? They'll combine. So when I'm all done, it's probably better to pay attention. Okay. I'll get 5x cubed plus 12x squared plus 9x plus 2. Okay? So that's if you do it using a diagram. Using the distributive property, I won't do this question over here. Right? Okay. Doing this over here, you would take the 5x and times everything. And then you would take the 2x, or the 2, sorry, and times it by everything. Let's not do it. Let's just go do, actually we'll do one. So we already have that answer written down. So let's do this question, example number 2. I'll do this one by distributing. Distributing means handing out. You with me? If I distribute candy to y'all, y'all get some, right? All right, so distribute it is to mean take an x squared and multiply it by everything. So this is how you can do it. If you don't want to use a chart, just do this, right? Signs, numbers, letters. So what's the sign? It's positive. The number is a 2. My letter is an x to the 5th. I'm multiplying, so I add the exponents. Then to the next one, x squared times a plus x. What's your sign? Write your sign down. Plus, you have to write the sign down. You must write the sign down. Some of you are kind of forgetting that stuff. Write the sign down. It's a plus now. There's no number. I mean, the numbers are 1. And I'm going to have an x to the 3. Then the next term, write your sign down. What's it going to be? a negative, right? 5x squared. They must have signs in between. All in favor say aye. Yes, you got it? Okay. Then we're good. We're not done. That's only the x squared times everything. Now I have to do negative 4 times everything. So here he goes. What's my sign? Negative. What's the number? What's the letter? X cubed. Next. What's my sign? What's my number? What's my letter? Next. What's my sign? It's a positive. My number is a 20. That's it. Okay. Now one last thing to do, and that's go gather up anything that's like terms and count them. Okay, now we're not going to change exponents. We're just going to throw them in the same piles. Just sort them out. Just go sort them, right? It's like sorting cattle. Got to put the... Okay, never mind. Okay, so let's go do that. So I have it. The 2x to the 5 is all alone. I'm starting with my highest power. I do that on purpose, okay? Start with my highest power of x, 2x to the 5th. He's all alone, write him down. Then I go get the next guy. X to the 3 is the next one I see. So go get those, count them up. What you got? Negative 7x cubed. It's got a sign in front, don't forget. And then I go get, nothing else is like, so just copy it down. In descending powers of x, notice that my highest power goes first and I work my way on down. Okay? 5, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah? Not anything different than yesterday. It's really not. It's exactly the same. Okay. For part B, I prefer to have the y minus 6, the little binomial, the guy with 2 terms. I prefer to have him in the front. You can just do that. Do you know that? Just, if you like it, just go like this and go y minus 6 and begin. Okay? I'm not going to do that question. Okay, are you with me? What am I talking about?
I just had it. You're talking about like where you get rid of the start questions.
Doesn't have a clue. But that was pretty good bluffing. I have to say, that was pretty good. Here's what I was saying. Here's what I was saying. When there's a y minus 6, when the binomial, the guy with the 2 terms at the back, you can just put him in the front if you prefer. And then, because that's more like this, right? Some kids prefer to do that, so put the y minus 6 in the front. And feel free to do that. That's okay. You can put the y minus 6 in the front and begin. Okay? All right. Now let's go down here. Woohoo, Nelly. This is just more. The problem is here, do you know what people are going to do? They're going to get x to the 16. Do you know why they're going to do that? Because they're going to start multiplying together, and then they're just going to keep multiplying. And they're going to forget this isn't actually multiply at all. That's not multiply. What is that? Subtract. So you do not want to take all the stuff you're going to get in the front and multiply it by the back. No, you don't. You're going to want to subtract them. With me? Okay. It's coming soon to a quiz near you. Okay. So we have some multiplication to do here. Then we have to subtract. Then we have some multiplication to do there. So let's go do your multiplication first. Okay? Because multiplication comes before addition and subtraction. Yeah? All right. So I'm going to multiply this 4a inside there. You'll have to do a lot of writing. So don't be lazy. Okay? Don't be lazy. You, don't be lazy. All right. This is going to be 4a minus 16. Copy. Don't be lazy. If you want to be in this class, you don't have to be here. There's another math class for you. But if you want to be here, this is what you have to do. Can I, since I'm in the first line, can I go ahead and multiply those together? Yep. Let's just do that to save ourselves a little bit of work. So I'm leaving a bracket. Why am I leaving a bracket there? Because I'm going to have to flip the sign because there's a minus in front. Exactly. If there wasn't one, I would not have to leave the bracket. Okay, so here I go. First term. Oh, this is kind of a cool one. Wait a minute. Is there a shortcut to this?
Oh, yeah.
What is the answer that I'm going to write in there? 16a squared minus 9. That will be the final answer. But in case you don't know that, let's just go do it. So 16a squared plus 12a Well, there's that minus 12a. I knew that was going to happen. And then minus 9. By the way, before I even get going, let's cancel out 12a and minus 12a. I knew that would happen because they were exactly the same binomials with opposite signs in between. So one of those 12a's will be negative and one will be positive, so it'll cancel. Okay. Another line. Let's do some more. Here's some multiplication going on. I gotta multiply there. Gotta multiply. So I'm going to take 4a and times it by everything. Now, does anybody like the diagram? Yeah? Let's just do it. If I was doing the diagram, and it might be a super good thing for you to do. If you're getting some of these wrong, so you keep forgetting, it's a great way to do it because it just is so clear. Maybe that's hard to see. That's so funny. Miss Genesis, what are you laughing about? A lot of things. Were you going to get that? If you're doing it the other way, if you're distributing, did you get that? Was that the first thing that you got? 4a cubed minus 12a squared minus 24a. Okay, and then my next line would be negative 16a squared. Put your sign down. Plus 48a plus, 16 times 6, 96.
Yeah.
And you got the same thing? Okay, so then when I combine terms together here, I got some stuff to do. So these would go together, and these would go together. So I will have 4a cubed minus 28a squared plus 24a plus 96. Won't that be true? I think so. Okay. Then, I'll wait for you. Then I have a subtraction sign, so I won't lose sight of that. I'm not multiplying all of that by that, okay? That's where you get the biggest, nastiest stuff ever. I'm supposed to subtract it. So I'm going to subtract a 16a squared and subtract a negative 9. So I'm almost done, actually. Bless you. So I will have 4a cubed. That's the guy. He's the highest power, and there's no one else like him. Oh, that's kind of like God. Right? Yeah. Just an interesting comment. I was going to see my sister-in-law, and I was asking for prayer for my friends. And one of my friends, she's a believer, but she hasn't walked with the Lord for years. But I talked to her like she is, because I figure that'll help her. But anyway, she replied to me, because we had some answers to prayer that day, and she said, "You have strong prayers." No, I pray to a strong God, right? I pray to a mighty God who is all powerful. Put the emphasis where it goes, right? Yeah. So we have a powerful God who has the highest power. He goes first. Oh, so great. Okay, what's next? 28a squared. I got some at 028 over here and at 016 over there, right? Gotta put these together. So I'm talking about minus 44a squared. All in favor? I think so. Did that right? And then I have a 24a. It's all alone. He has no friends. And then 96 and 9. Plus 105. Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your expanded, simplified answer to that crazy set of polynomials up there. Yeah. It's great. I said to Miles, the only encouraging thing about this is when you look in the back and you actually got it all right, you go, yes. Right? Because when you don't, it's so discouraging. Like, oh my goodness, where did I go wrong? Yeah, and you have to go try to find your mistake. So when you get it all right, there's such satisfaction in it. Okay, questions? Yes. Okay. What if I have to do 3? What if I have the volume of a box in polynomials? Because that'll happen, right? You'll get that to happen in real life. Okay, it's okay. Just write it all down. How do you find the volume of a box? Length times width times height, and it just happens to be x plus 1 times x plus 2 times x plus 5. Now, that is the volume of the box. Length times width times height. Are those all being multiplied together? Yes, they are. So what should we do? Let's multiply 2 of them together. Get your answer, and then multiply that by the third. Just like you would multiply 3 times 7 times 9. Right? You multiply the first 2 together, and then. So I don't care. To be honest with you, if you like to have the binomial in the front, you can multiply those together first. So leave your x plus 1. It doesn't matter which 2 you choose to do. I just like to have that there for whatever reason. That's just how my brain works. Let's go multiply x plus 2 by x plus 5. X squared. Plus sines 5x. Let's take x times this, right? And then, yeah, wouldn't that be nice if that was a real awe moment for you? And then plus 10, right? Y'all good on that one? Should be happening pretty fast by now. This is becoming old hat. You're rocking and rolling. And then we can multiply the x and the plus 1 times everything over there. Do you want to make that a 7?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So I'm just going to put 7x. I hope that doesn't freak y'all out. Don't know where that came from. 2x and 5x, 7x, right? Just helps a little bit in this step. So now we multiply. X times everything. X cubed plus 7x squared plus 10x. And then we take the bottom, do the same thing. 1 times everything. Put your sign, your number, your letter. 1 times 7x. Put your sign, your number, your letter. 1 times 10. Put your sign, your number. And there are no letters. Put your sign, your number, your letter. Okay. I say things because I kind of want it to get in your head where you do just the repetition of it over and over sticks, maybe. And okay, combine together x cubed plus 8x squared plus 17x's plus 10. Yeah? Okay. So when you have 3 of them, it's not different. Same thing. They're all being multiplied together. Multiply the back 2 is what I normally do. I just like to do the back 2 first. Doesn't matter which one. So on this question, I would do these back 2. Copy this one down. You know what I mean? Get this big stuff and then multiply. Do I have to keep doing these? I think you get the point. Just because I like to have the binomial in the front. So when I go to multiply the last time, it's all in front. But you don't have to, Malachi. If you want to do, because what will happen if you don't, you'll have this big one, and then you'll have 2x minus 1 back here, which is fine. And you can go start doing it all. Do the work. You know? Okay. It doesn't matter which ones you go. Oh, look what they did. They took the same 3 brackets and rearranged them. What do you think will happen? Same answer, exactly. You'll get the same answer. Because 3 times 7 times 9 is the same as 9 times 7 times 3. It doesn't matter when you multiply. Yep, same. There, you can write that word in there. Okay. All right, and are we done? I'm done. Fabulous. Okay. So I do have a quiz for you this morning. I think I'll let you work a little bit just to refresh. Do the quiz at 9 when the bell goes. Let's do that. Okay? Quiz when the bell goes. I think that'll be plenty of time. Okay, let's work at it. So, yeah, we have one more lesson and then we have a test, right? So, you've got one which you have to learn. You can do this. It's doable. So, start on the lesson. Yeah, so we're on lesson 5.